My name is Miss Kuhn, and today is Friday, January 15th, 2021. It is day D on the schedule. We have 3 birthdays today. Jackson in my class, Hope in Mrs. Wagaman's class, and Gannon in Mrs. Crook's class. We have no birthdays on Saturday, but 3 birthdays on Sunday. Morgan in Mrs. Brenneman's class, Elena in Mrs. Noble's class, and Bryn in Mrs. Hoffman's class. In addition, we have 2 birthdays on Monday, Andrew in my class again, and Logan in Mrs. Bauer's class. We hope that everyone has a great weekend, and up next is Today in History.
Today in History. On January 15th, 1929, Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia. He was the son of a Baptist minister. King received a doctorate degree in theology and in 1955 helped organize the first major protest of the African American Civil Rights Movement, which was the successful Montgomery bus boycott. The peaceful protests he led throughout the American South were often met with violence, but King and his followers persisted, and the movement gained momentum. In 1963, Bayard Rustin and A. Philip Randolph led the massive March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. The event's grand finale was King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech. 250,000 people gathered outside the Lincoln Memorial to hear the stirring speech. In 1964, the Civil Rights Movement achieved 2 of its greatest successes: the ratification of the 24th Amendment, which abolished the poll tax, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibited racial discrimination in employment and education and outlawed racial segregation in public facilities. Later that year, King became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. In the late 1960s, King openly criticized U.S. involvement in Vietnam and turned his efforts to winning economic rights for poor Americans. He was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th, 1968. Here is my favorite Martin Luther King Jr. quote, and it says, "The time is always right to do what is right."
Our core value this month is tan. Tan is known as the pale tone of brown. The color is usually found as independable and relatable like the earth. It's also associated with protection, trustworthiness, and flexibility. When we can be trusted to do what we say we will do, we will be found to be dependable, relatable, and trustworthy.
Hey, we'd like to go ahead and end the announcements. But before we do, we hope that you have a super day learning here at Bearsville. And we just want to remind you about this Bearsville expectations.
Strive to do your best. Take responsibility for your actions.
Always be safe.
And respect everyone. At this time, we're asking everyone to please stand for the playing of the national anthem, and then you'll do the pledge in your classroom. Have a great day, everyone.